Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Phil and this is my co-host, the lovely Samantha.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
We got Bryan Adams for the first time on the channel. This is a big deal. We've been thinking about doing Bryan Adams for a long time, and I think, we're not sure, that there are generally some copyright related issues on Bryan Adams. So that's why we've kind of shied away from him to begin with. Because it kind of sucks when you do a video and you can't upload it, right?
Yeah, you get so excited and you're like, everybody's gonna love this, and then nobody gets to see it.
Yeah, but we're long overdue now that we've been doing the channel for a long time, and we arrived at Bryan Adams from a request from Rob.
Yes.
So hopefully Rob gets to see it. Yes, he will. Of course he will, because we got private links for Rob. But hopefully the rest of you get to see it as well, and we get to post it publicly, and that's the objective here. We got it live at Wembley, so we're going right into a live performance. Now, I'm a little bit familiar with Bryan Adams. You know, my parents grew up listening to him a little bit. My mom was a fan of his, and he's obviously a Canadian artist. So one of the biggest Canadian artists ever.
Yeah, wild. We were just reading a little bit about some of the awards that he's gotten prior to this, and I was like, that's a lot of awards.
Like every Canadian Hall of Fame possible, like 20 Juno Awards. He's won some Golden Globes, Academy Awards.
Top of a lot of charts for long consecutive periods.
And this song in particular is one of the best-selling singles of all time.
Yeah, it's wild.
And so we didn't know that about Bryan Adams. I had heard the name, and you know, I knew he was a very successful artist, but I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, I think I've heard the name, but I don't really know anything about him. Like, I've never listened to him to my knowledge, so.
Yeah, and so actually I bought my mom tickets to go see Bryan Adams last year for her birthday present. I think it was her birthday present. And so they really enjoyed going to check him out. They said he was great live, and this is at the back end of his career. So he's been doing it a long, long time.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out what he was like in his earlier days.
Yeah, that's right. And before we do that, because he's Canadian, we got a question for you guys. We know kind of where this area is, but some of you Americans might have no idea. But unless you're a big Bryan Adams fan, you may know the answer.
Yeah.
The question is, where was Bryan born? And if you stick around, we'll give you the answer to that question at the end of the video. Are you ready to get going?
I am. Let's do it.
Let's roll.
Lots of people.
A lot of people. Wembley's always packed.
Look into my eyes, and you will see what you mean to me.
Wow.
Such a heart, such a soul. When you find me there, you search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. You can't tell me.
What are you looking at me like that for?
I definitely know this song.
You know this song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know it was him, but.
Yeah, I recognize that portion of it, so I imagine I'm going to know most of this. If this is probably his, biggest song, or one of his biggest songs, and my mom's been a fan and playing it when I was growing up, I may have heard it in the background and not really paid attention to it.
You want to know what
much.
this reminds me of? Like preteen dances, slow dances.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
This is like one of the main songs. I remember you'd go to like the community center dances on your Friday night from like 5 to 8 p.m. Yeah.
Rollerblading place.
And like, you're slow dancing. Like, that's what this was.
All right, let's get
You're
back
like 14.
You can't tell me it's not worth dying for.
His voice is great.
You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. Look into your heart, and you will find there's nothing there to hide. Just take me as I am. Take my life. I will give it all. I would sacrifice. Don't tell me it's not worth fighting for. I can't help it. There's nothing I want more. You know know it's true. Everything I do it for you. There's no love like your love, and no other could give more love. There's no way unless you're there all the time.
I don't know if he has enough peace. Hey.
To your heart, baby. You can't tell me it's not worth trying for. I can't help it. There's nothing I want more. Yeah, I would fight for you. I lie for you. Walk the world for you. Yeah, I die for you.
Look at these leather pants.
Huh?
I said, look at these leather pants.
Yeah, I guess that was the thing back at that time. You got great clarity in his voice doing it live. Like I remember just him having a real strong, raspy voice when I have heard him off the off chance, but on the off chance, I should say. But you know, really shining through in this performance. It
I think he
doesn't
sounds
sound like
great.
doesn't sound like there's a drop off at all.
No, he sounds really, really good. It's very clear, very crisp.
Yeah, and this is like the ultimate love song. You know, like
Yeah.
everything I do it for you, and it's like I'll die for you. I'll do
Yeah.
anything for you. You know, it's like you can't get with the lyrics any more. You know, statements of everything I'm doing is just totally for love.
Yeah, and it's also just funny because I had said, like, right when we were just getting into this, that like the memory that this brings back to me is like, you know, preteen community center dances. So it's like you just said, this is like the ultimate deep love song. Meanwhile, like, you know, 13, 14, listen to this slow dancing with somebody thinking like, oh yeah, I'm in love when you're 13 and you like literally know nothing about.
Yeah, but with that
love
said,
is.
though, like there are a lot of love songs that are deemed love songs, and they're really not. You know, or there's more subtle, nuanced meanings in them that maybe 13-year-old kids shouldn't be listening
Yeah,
to.
fair.
You know, this is like really a wholesome love
Yes,
song.
Yeah, that's very
right?
true. Yeah,
So
that's fair.
if you were, you know, trying to just have that innocent love vibe for
Yeah.
obviously younger generation,
Yeah.
this is a good song for them to
Yeah,
listen
that's
to,
fair.
right?
Yep.
So, you know, I really never paid
Not like
attention.
a seductive love song.
No, that's what I mean. It's not about like sex or anything. It's about literally the emotion
Yes.
of love, which is really, really cool. And that's what I think is great about those lyrics that I'm saying. It's like there's nothing else other than just the raw emotion of
Yeah.
love. So that's cool now that I'm hearing it
Yeah.
and paying attention to the lyrics, that, you know, you're able to really emphasize that aspect of it. Nothing else you want to add?
No, I think even the background vocals sounded really good in that.
Guitar,
and
cool. Was
yeah,
cool
I was gonna
too.
say the instrumentation. It all blends very like together very well, especially like for a live performance. I feel like sometimes some of that can get like blended. It's hard to kind of pick some of that out, but it all sounds really good.
I think they like him.
You know it's true. Everything I do.
That's crazy. Goosebumps, man.
I do it for you.
interesting twist.
do it for you.
I just can't get over how many people are there. It's so crazy. I mean, we
Yes.
saw that in the Live Aid, but for Queen, right? And maybe one or two other ones, but really, really get to see how many people are there.
Huge stadium.
Yeah, and this one, it just had such a great blend of this, love song aspect, like we said, and some rock feel, but a lot of soul, and then even kind of, the crossover into the pop aspect that this can be played on the radio and everything else as well.
It'd be like a single, like a hit.
Yeah, and that's why it was, clearly. But they really put it together, I think, in a great way so that it was applicable in that sense, but still had a great emotional ballad to it. And, I think we talked about the love aspect, but then he kind of flipped it and he said, everything I do it for you and the
Like the
audience,
fans,
right?
yeah.
For the fans, for music. So that was a cool, way to, maybe have a different perception on the way he wrote it or the way he wants to perform it.
Yeah.
So that was a
Well, I mean,
unique
when you think about it,
perspective.
like you had said initially, right? It's more of just about like a pure form of love itself, right? It doesn't have to be for another person.
Exactly, that's a good point, right? Love is love. Love for music, love for performing, love for your fans, love for your significant other, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely, before he had pointed to the audience,
Yeah,
I wasn't
didn't
thinking
think of
about
that.
it
No,
way.
me either.
Because you're just accustomed to hearing love songs, and and that's kind of the norm of music.
Thinking
it's
about, like,
popular to do so.
relationships.
Yeah, and there was a lot of cool camera shots in there showing the piano and on the keys, the fingers doing this thing. And
Yeah.
the shots of the crowd, and they're just swaying back and forth and getting.
I know it
so
had me
into it.
going swaying back and forth.
Yeah.
I also really like his vocal. Like, I mean, obviously he's very talented. It's great, but I feel like the raspy kind of sound of it also almost helps elicit more of an emotional response as well. So I thought it was perfect for this song.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a great performance. It was cool to check out some Bryan Adams for the first
Two
time.
thumbs up from me.
Huge fan base, clearly. And thanks so much for that suggestion, Rob. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we got to give you an answer to a quiz question that we asked you in the beginning of the video. And that was, where was Bryan Adams born? And the answer to that one, Samantha, is...
Ooh, Kingston, Ontario.
Kingston, Ontario. Some of you may or may not know where that is. But yeah, he kind of grew up, it seemed like, all over the world, though. He did some traveling and went to Portugal and went to Austria, I believe, and Israel.
Yeah, a bunch of different places in Europe.
Yeah, because his dad, I think, was in the military and stuff
and then
like
also
that.
then Canada was also in Vancouver as well as Ontario.
Yeah.
So
he's
all over
traveling.
the map.
Yeah. Anyways, I enjoyed Bryan Adams. Thanks for joining in today, guys, or joining and tuning in and joining us is what I meant to say.
Yes.
We appreciate the support that you guys give us all the time. And you can do that again on this one by hitting that like button for us and hitting the comments. And hopefully we see you in our next video.
Yes. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.